What's going on, guys? Alex Schwartz here with part 4 of Making My Legs series. So yes, if you saw the last one, this one's better, so you better freaking watch it. This part is about actually putting the legs together and them coming together, and then I have my first ever walk on this pair of legs. Yes, my very first trial run of these legs will be in here. As you saw in the very beginning, I played a little clip of it. This video will be making the legs, putting them together, getting everything just pinpointed and perfect, and then that's when I try them out for the very first time, and you'll see me take my first steps. It's freaking beautiful. The next one, part 5, is gonna be the finished final product. The finished product, the legs that I walk on every single day, that I swim with, that I run with, that I walk with, that I work out with, that I do everything with. That will be part 5, so stay tuned for that. So, with that said, there's still, just like the last video, parts where things look a little funny, okay? They look a little, you know, like some other things, like some self-pleasure devices that some people may or may not possess. And it is okay, because it's kind of funny, and we're all aware of it. So, feel free to make a joke about it if you want to. But yeah, so that's the thing. Please leave a comment, ask any questions that you want, and I'll answer them. And then, like if you liked it, subs if you loved it, and if you want to see the final product, stay tuned. Enjoy. Hey everybody, how's it going? Alex Schwartz here yet again with another video on the legs. There is the man himself, my prosthetist.
Marathon appointment today, got the coffee.
Yeah, exactly. So today we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff because we're gonna be trying to fit the legs, which are actually right here. This is how they turned out. Very nice, if I do say so myself. And then Thomas is in there working on the liners. As you can see, they are set up right there. And I'm just here watching everybody because I am mean like that. But yeah, so pretty much we're going to refine these sockets that I just showed you, and then we're going to put them on me and see how much we need to change, and then go through that process of, you know, fine-tuning it, making it just perfect so that I can walk perfectly. And I will be showing you guys all the steps along the way. So now we're just preparing the foot, which we actually got to make that foam over there. We actually have to put it on that foot there, and it's gonna look something along these lines. Where's that finished one? There we go. It's gonna look like that, if that can focus. But yeah, so there's basically just gonna be some of that foam on the bottom there. As you can see right now, it's just totally plain. So that's what's going on.
Alright.
Right now we're doing this other kind of step. We're doing a lot of things at once here because this all takes time. But we're testing my new liner, and we're gonna see how it fits and see how we need to cut it. So yeah, let me go ahead and put that on.
Go ahead and bend. See where we're at. Does that feel like that's rubbing back here on this outside?
No,
so where it's going to be
just
turning?
No, it's
just in that very bottom. Okay, sounds good. We'll take that down.
Alright. So after he put some of these layers on, he grinds it down, and
Layers of crepe.
That, what was it?
Crepe?
That's what this was called?
That's what this is called. It's soft material.
Okay. So after he grinds that down, it ends up looking something like that. So it's a little bit more filled out, and then there's gonna be some on the bottom as well, and then we're gonna put a little bit on the top too. Once they get this little section filled out, they glue it onto there with this glue, and then they go into the grinding room, and then they grind it down to shape. Here's the glue prepared for the bottom half of the kind of makeshift sole here. You just put all that on there. Now that we have most of the foot done and then most of the socket done after a lot of like grinding and testing, grinding down the carbon fiber and grinding down my liners, here we are. We traced my old legs to get an idea of how the alignment will be. And so, want to give us the rundown here, Matt?
So basically, to make sure that since this is a direct bonded foot, we don't have any play as far as being able to adjust how the foot comes down off of the socket. So we're using this kind of as a basic template so we can see how the foot lines up alignment wise to where his other socket was. And I'm kind of posting everything up right now so I can start to bond it, and we can actually do a test run on the alignment of these things.
So there you go, kind of just putting everything in place just as like, yeah, so we can give it some test runs and refine the alignment. Alright, so now we're essentially gluing this. I think that'd be fair to say.
Yeah, it's composite epoxy.
Yeah. He's just squirting it out of this gun here to mount the blade onto the socket.
I got it. I like loud crashes in the middle of the video.
Good.
Let's let it rest. Here, man, we can sit it on the tight.
Then we'll touch it up a little bit more.
First part done. So we're just letting that dry, correct?
Yep.
Nice, nice. There it is so far. Oh man, I'm excited. And now we're doing the second leg here. Bringing out the big guns. Getting our pumps in there. The other one's still over here drying. Is this mostly dry now, you think?
Yep.
Nice.
I'm gonna probably do the second bit of epoxy on it, but I have the gun already out.
Okay. We're gluing the blade on temporarily so we can test out the alignment, and then if the alignment needs to be changed, which at 99% most likely is going to need to be changed, then we have to take it all apart and do it all again. So it's a fun process. Bring some more glue here. Is that the only spot we're gluing it?
Right, for right now, yeah. And then we're gonna reinforce it with some fiberglass
Okay.
to make sure you're safe.
True. Good call.
The only thing that's holding you up is some glue,
Yeah.
some carbon fiber.
Yeah, so I'm going to be walking on that when it's essentially just glued to the socket, but reinforced with fiberglass, like you said. And that's quite a bit different than the being infused into the carbon fiber that it will be when it's completely done. But we can't do that until we know that the alignment is going to be perfect, so that's why we do this. So here's the moment of truth. So yeah, just throw these on and see how they fit. Hopefully it goes on pretty well. Oh yeah, these are tight.
Yeah, hopefully you don't need too many socks. Very tight.
That's that feel like a crush.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, wow, the first steps, here we go.
Remember, if you hear cracks, stop moving.
Whoa, this feels so weird. Oh, my those. Alright. These are so bouncy. Like, holy
Remember,
crap.
just held together by glue right now.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. I'm not trying to go too far.
So we may want to take a little off the toe.
Yeah,
They are
long.
Because right now these are set up for about 3 sizes shoe bigger than what you are used to wearing.
Okay.
Oh, you mean take the off the end of the toe?
Yeah.
He's not pulling his toes through. He can't pull his toes through the hole.
Yeah, without scraping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's not as bad as I thought.
Yeah, it really
is.
is.
To go. I thought the first one was going to be like you were going to be falling to the left or something.
Yeah, no. It's just I'm like back like this, you know.
What do you mean? Like you feel like you're falling backwards?
Yeah, I can't stand straight.
Okay, okay. And that's what they were saying is like what they were wanting was to put that socket more in an extension. And
Yeah.
I think that is what you're feeling because they want it more dynamic. But if it's too much, we can build that heel up to bring you over the toe a little bit more.
Yeah.
Well, I think once you take those toes off too, you may, so once you take some of that toe off, it'll actually change the angle too.
Mhm.
So I would start with taking, maybe taking like an 1/8 of an inch off those toes, maybe a little more.
How does the height feel like as far as are you relatively level? Does one need to go a little higher than the other?
It seems like I'm pretty level.
Yeah, check your hip height.
It's hard without. Yeah, I guess it's a little long.
Yeah, we definitely need to take some of the toe off.
I think as far as being level, yeah, they feel about equal.
And I can't believe that your toe outs on both of them are actually pretty close.
Yeah, like I'm not like straight like that or anything.
Yeah.
Like
I thought one was going to be in, one was going to be
Yeah.
out. I was worried about that left one because that knee is so externally rotated.
Yeah, if anything, maybe this one just in like a tiny bit.
Yeah.
But obviously, like the foot needs to be a little bit shorter or something.
So then as far as walking, Let's try taking some of the toe off and get you a little bit closer to the foot size you're used to. We'll reinforce the epoxy bond on the back, and then we'll let you walk out a little bit more.
Alright.
All right.
Maybe want to put a tread on there too.
Yeah, maybe just like, just slap a tread on there or something.
Yeah, and maybe
Because it'll be
Bring it.
slick. I mean, as the carpet or anything, it's gonna be.
on both of them. Do you feel like you're backwards like this on both of them?
Yeah, they're both like pretty equally back.
Okay. So then we can either take a little off the toe or add on the tread.
If anything, maybe that one's a little bit more, so, alright.
The right one's a little bit more where you're walking uphill.
Yeah, but they're both pretty far up there.
Okay. All right, well, let's have a seat.
Alright, so after I tried them, they did have a little too much forward kind of motion. Kind of felt like I was like kicking in bent knee, like standing with bent knees. So how to remedy that is we're actually adding more heel right here. So that way, oh wait, are we adding more heel or more toe?
We're adding tread. That way you don't slip. And more heel. And more.
More heel and tread. So instead of just like kind of knocking on the blade there, it's going to be more of like, instead of walking just kind of flat on the blade there, it's going to be more of a sole of a shoe. So that'll be better too. And we're going to try it again and just keep working from there.
Good.
All right, so now we added some more on here and we're going to test them out again. We took off some of the toe as well because it was a little long. So let's see how they fit the second time. They still feel a little forward. Like I feel like I'm getting too much flexion or whatever. These are so dynamic. These are so dynamic.